Ladies and gentlemen, we all know the phrase, be nice, and for years, many of us have followed it as if it were a commandment, believing that kindness will always be rewarded, that playing the role of the nice guy will bring us success, love, and respect. But I'm here to tell you today, stop being the nice guy. Now, I'm not asking you to abandon kindness, empathy, or generosity. Those are core virtues that make us human. But being nice at the expense of your own needs, values, or self-respect is a different story. You see, the nice guy is often just a mask, a way to avoid conflict, to stay in the comfort zone, to please others and seek validation, even at your own expense. But here's the truth: living this way does not serve you. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt, unmet desires, and unfulfilled potential. When you choose to be the nice guy, you are placing others' needs above your own. You let fear dictate your actions, afraid that if you assert yourself, you'll lose love, approval, or opportunities. But that is a lie. The reality is that people respect those who stand firm in their beliefs, who speak their truth with courage and clarity, and who are not afraid to set boundaries. The world will respect you more when you respect yourself first. What does it mean to stop being the nice guy? It means no longer hiding your true desires behind a facade of pleasantries. It means being authentic, no more playing a part to fit in. It means being confident enough to say no when something doesn't align with your values, even if it disappoints others. It means knowing that your time, your energy, and your life are valuable, and you deserve to live them on your own terms. It also means embracing the discomfort of stepping out of the shadow of what others expect of you. You'll face resistance, perhaps from those who have relied on you being nice and accommodating. But remember, people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries and your right to pursue what truly makes you happy. This is not about becoming selfish or indifferent to others. It's about becoming self-aware and self-loving. It's about living from a place of inner strength, where you know that by honoring yourself, you can better serve others. When you are true to yourself, your relationships become more genuine, your work becomes more impactful, and your life becomes aligned with your highest purpose. Stop being the nice guy who hides behind politeness, who compromises for the sake of others' comfort. Step into the person you were always meant to be, the person who knows their worth, the person who is unapologetic in their pursuit of what they deserve. You have one life. It's time to live it on your terms. Stop being the nice guy. Start being the person you were meant to become. True kindness is rooted in self-respect. When you respect yourself, you can genuinely offer kindness to others without losing your sense of identity. The need to please others should never come at the expense of your own well-being. Self-respect is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. When you honor yourself, you create space for others to do the same. The desire to be nice often hides deeper fears of rejection and inadequacy. People-pleasing is driven by the need for external validation rather than internal peace. It's easy to fall into the trap of saying yes when you really want to say no, just to avoid conflict. But by doing so, you undermine your true self and your ability to make decisions that align with your values. Let go of the need for constant approval from others. Authenticity is the key to gaining respect, not trying to fit a mold of what others expect from you. The nice guy act may win temporary approval, but it doesn't foster deep, lasting relationships. People are drawn to those who are unapologetically themselves, not those who are constantly trying to please everyone. When you embrace who you truly are, you begin to attract people who value you for you, not your facade. Don't hide behind a mask to fit in. You don't need to compromise your values just to win the approval of others. Standing up for what you believe in might challenge the expectations others have for you, but that is where your power lies. Every time you make decisions based on your true beliefs, you're building integrity and self-respect. It may not always be easy, but it's always worth it in the long run. True growth comes from staying true to your principles, no matter the cost. Real self-worth doesn't come from outside sources, it comes from within. Seeking constant validation from others leads to a never-ending cycle of dependence and insecurity. The more you base your worth on how others perceive you, the less authentic and grounded you become. When you learn to define your own value, you free yourself from the chains of external judgment. Start recognizing your worth, and you'll begin to attract the opportunities and relationships that align with it. Boundaries are not about shutting others out, they are a way of protecting your energy, time, and emotions. Saying no isn't selfish, it's necessary for maintaining your mental and emotional health. People who respect your boundaries will appreciate your honesty and clarity. If you constantly give without limits, you'll eventually burn out and become resentful. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect for each other's boundaries. The nice guy avoids conflict because of fear of confrontation, fear of rejection, and fear of not being liked. But avoiding conflict only delays growth and perpetuates dissatisfaction. Conflict is an opportunity to assert your needs, communicate clearly, and stand firm in your beliefs. Embrace difficult conversations as a way to move forward. Only by confronting challenges can you grow into your most authentic and empowered self. Saying no when necessary is not a form of rejection, it's an act of self-respect and honesty. The nice guy may say yes to everything, even at the cost of personal discomfort, but in doing so, they sacrifice their integrity. It's okay to say no to things that don't serve your growth or align with your values. By doing so, you honor your needs and set a precedent for others to do the same. Your time and energy are valuable, guard them wisely. You cannot pour from an empty cup, so it's essential to take care of your own needs first. If you neglect yourself in the name of being nice, you'll eventually find yourself drained and resentful. Prioritize your own well-being without guilt or shame. When you care for yourself, you are better able to serve others and show up as your best self. Self-care is not selfish, it's necessary for long-term success and fulfillment. The nice guy is simply playing a role that's designed to meet the expectations of others rather than living authentically. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that by being nice, you'll be liked or loved. But the truth is, the more you hide who you are to please others, the more disconnected you become from your true self. Stop pretending to be something you're not and start embracing your authentic identity. It's only by being true to yourself that you'll find real happiness and fulfillment. People respect confidence, and confidence comes from within. When you stop trying to meet others' expectations and start living according to your own, you naturally exude more confidence. The nice guy often lacks confidence because their actions are driven by fear of rejection or conflict. When you start acting from a place of inner strength, your confidence will shine through. Confidence is not about being arrogant, it's about being comfortable with who you are. The fear of disappointing others is what keeps you stuck in the role of the nice guy. But the truth is, you can't make everyone happy, and trying to do so only leaves you exhausted and unfulfilled. People who genuinely care about you will respect your boundaries and your need for space. It's better to disappoint someone occasionally than to lose yourself trying to meet their expectations. The right people will understand that your happiness matters just as much as theirs. You are worthy of respect even when you assert yourself and set boundaries. Many nice guys are afraid to speak up because they fear rejection or confrontation. However, standing your ground is not only a sign of strength but also of self-respect. By speaking your truth, you show others that you value yourself and expect the same in return. People will respect you more when you respect yourself enough to voice your needs and desires. The pursuit of genuine relationships starts with being real. If you're constantly trying to be someone you're not to please others, you'll never attract relationships that are truly fulfilling. Real connections are based on honesty, vulnerability, and authenticity. When you let go of the need to be nice and start being your true self, you'll find that the relationships you attract are deeper and more meaningful. Authenticity breeds trust and respect in relationships. Being liked by everyone often means being loved by no one, especially not yourself. When you try to please everyone, you end up abandoning yourself in the process. The nice guy mentality is rooted in the fear of rejection, but it prevents you from truly connecting with others. Real love and friendship come from showing up as your true self, even if it means disappointing some people along the way. It's better to be loved for who you are than for who you pretend to be. True love and friendship are built on honesty, not manipulation. Many nice guys believe that by being overly accommodating or people-pleasing, they will earn love or approval. However, love that is based on manipulation or conditional behavior is not genuine. Real love and true friendships come when you are authentic, vulnerable, and honest with others. The best relationships are those where both people are free to be themselves without fear of judgment. The most valuable gift you can offer others is your true self. When you give without expecting anything in return, you foster genuine connections that are based on mutual respect and understanding. But when you give out of a need to be liked or to avoid conflict, your actions lack authenticity. The more you show up as your true self, the more you attract relationships that are rooted in mutual appreciation. Your real self is enough, it's all you need to offer. Stop waiting for permission to be yourself. Many nice guys constantly seek approval or validation before they feel it's okay to express their true thoughts, desires, or feelings. But the truth is, you don't need anyone's permission to be who you are. The only approval you need is your own. When you begin to live authentically, you'll discover a sense of freedom and empowerment that you never thought possible. You are enough just as you are. Your time, energy, and life are precious. Treat them as such. The nice guy often gives so much of themselves that they end up depleted, emotionally drained, and resentful. You have the right to choose where and how you spend your time. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you are saying no to yourself. Protect your energy and use it for things and people that align with your values and aspirations. Your worth does not depend on how others perceive you. The nice guy often falls into the trap of constantly seeking external approval to feel validated. But true self-worth comes from within. When you stop seeking validation from others, you can finally begin to live authentically and confidently. Trust in your own abilities and know that you are enough just as you are. Your value doesn't depend on the opinions of others, it comes from your own belief in yourself. Self-sabotage often disguises itself as being nice. The desire to please others can sometimes lead you to put yourself last, make compromises, and accept less than you deserve. This is a form of self-sabotage because you're not honoring your own needs and desires. The more you say yes to others, the more you say no to yourself. To stop self-sabotage, you need to prioritize your own happiness and stop settling for what doesn't align with your true self. The nice guy avoids difficult conversations at all costs, but these conversations are where growth happens. Conflict and challenging discussions are often the doorway to deeper understanding, stronger relationships, and personal development. By avoiding tough topics, you rob yourself and others of the opportunity to address issues, clarify boundaries, and move forward. Embrace difficult conversations as opportunities to assert your needs and learn more about yourself and others. The nice guy often avoids challenges for fear of failure or conflict, but staying in your comfort zone means stagnation. Personal growth is a result of confronting the unknown, pushing boundaries, and embracing discomfort. Each risk you take is an opportunity to learn, grow, and build resilience. Only by embracing change can you evolve into the person you were meant to be. Being a passive participant in your own life means allowing others to make decisions for you or guide your path. Assertiveness doesn't mean being aggressive, it means standing up for your beliefs, desires, and values. It's about owning your decisions and taking responsibility for your life. Leaders take charge of their own destiny, and you can too by stepping into your power and speaking up. The nice guy often goes along with things to avoid causing trouble, but in doing so, they suppress their own desires and happiness. Every time you put someone else's needs ahead of your own, you are telling yourself that your happiness doesn't matter. In reality, your happiness is essential, and you have the right to pursue what fulfills you. Stop making your happiness conditional on others' approval or convenience. Being assertive doesn't mean you have to be rude or unkind. In fact, assertiveness is an expression of self-respect, and kindness comes from a place of strength. By setting clear boundaries and communicating openly, you show others that you respect both yourself and them. The nice guy tends to confuse kindness with passivity, but real kindness is rooted in honesty and respect. You can be gentle and firm at the same time. The nice guy often relies on external validation to feel good about themselves, but this is an unstable foundation for happiness. When you base your worth on others' opinions, you're constantly seeking approval, which leads to insecurity and dissatisfaction. True self-worth comes from within, from knowing that you are enough regardless of external factors. Trust yourself, and you'll find peace that others' perceptions cannot give. Many nice guys fear saying no because they don't want to disappoint others or cause friction. But the truth is, saying no is a powerful way to protect your time and energy. It's a sign of strength to assert your needs and prioritize your well-being. Every time you say no with confidence, you reinforce your boundaries and respect for yourself. Saying no doesn't mean rejecting others, it means honoring yourself. The nice guy often feels trapped by expectations, both from others and from themselves, and lives in fear of not meeting those expectations. But real freedom comes from making decisions based on your true desires, not based on what others think you should do. When you stop living to please others, you release yourself from the chains of judgment and conformity. Freedom is being unapologetically yourself, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Many nice guys are afraid that standing up for themselves or speaking their truth will lead to rejection or disapproval. However, the fear of being disliked prevents you from achieving your potential and living authentically. The reality is, you cannot control others' perceptions, and you shouldn't try to. The right people will respect you for being true to yourself, and those who don't aren't worth your energy. The nice guy often accepts situations or relationships that don't serve their best interests just to keep the peace or avoid confrontation. But by stopping this pattern, you begin to demand more from yourself and others. You stop settling for mediocre relationships, work, or opportunities. You start to expect and create the life you truly deserve. Stop playing small for the sake of others. Embrace the greatness within you. When you live authentically and unapologetically, you attract people and opportunities that align with your true self. Pretending to be someone you're not, just to gain approval, leads to shallow relationships and missed opportunities. The more you embrace who you truly are, the more you will attract people who value and support you for exactly that. Authenticity magnetizes the right people and experiences into your life. People pleasers are often focused on making others happy at the expense of their own needs. You cannot take responsibility for other people's emotions, nor should you try. The more you try to fix others, the more you neglect your own needs. Let go of the need to please everyone around you and focus on building your own emotional strength. Your happiness and well-being come first. When you constantly prioritize others' needs over your own, you send a message that your needs don't matter. People will treat you in the way you allow them to treat you. If you don't value yourself, others won't either. By setting boundaries, standing firm in your beliefs, and respecting your own needs, you teach others to do the same. Respect starts with you. The nice guy avoids confrontation at all costs, thinking that it will keep the peace. But this approach only creates unresolved issues that build up over time, leading to frustration and resentment. By avoiding difficult conversations, you're not giving yourself or others the opportunity to address problems and move forward. Embrace confrontation as a chance to communicate openly and strengthen relationships. Honesty in difficult moments leads to deeper understanding and connection. The nice guy often thinks that standing up for themselves will make them appear aggressive or unkind. But true strength is not about being aggressive, it's about standing firm in your values and boundaries with grace. You don't need to be harsh or confrontational to assert your needs. Power comes from confidence in who you are and what you believe. You can be firm and compassionate at the same time. The nice guy often takes on the burden of making others happy, thinking that their worth depends on others' joy. However, you cannot control or be responsible for anyone else's emotions. Your happiness is your responsibility, and it is the foundation for a fulfilling life. Focus on nurturing your own well-being, and you'll naturally inspire others to do the same. It's not selfish, it's necessary for healthy relationships. The nice guy often plays a role to fit into society's expectations or to please others. This role limits your potential and suppresses your true identity. When you stop pretending to be someone you're not, you free yourself from the confines of others' expectations. Embrace who you are, and the world will begin to reflect that authenticity back to you. Real change comes when you step into your own power. The desire to be perfect and please everyone can lead to anxiety and dissatisfaction. Perfectionism is rooted in fear and a need for approval, not genuine self-expression. Trying to be perfect for others leaves little room for authenticity or growth. Embrace imperfection, and you'll find freedom in being yourself, flaws and all. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy of love and respect. The nice guy often doubts their ability to make the right choices, fearing that their decisions might upset others. But the truth is, you are the expert of your own life. Trust your intuition and judgment, even if it means making decisions that are hard or uncomfortable. The more you trust yourself, the more you'll grow in confidence and clarity. You have the power to shape your life. When you stop being the nice guy and start asserting your needs and boundaries, you begin to attract people who truly value you. Respect is earned, not given away freely. By valuing yourself, you show others how to value you as well. The relationships you build will be based on mutual respect and understanding. Don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. You are a unique individual with your own dreams, desires, and aspirations. The nice guy often suppresses their true self to fit into societal molds or to gain approval. But your worth lies in your individuality, not in conforming to what others expect. It's time to embrace who you are and live life according to your own standards. You are enough just as you are. When you seek approval, you give away your power to others. But when you align your actions with your purpose and values, you live with intention and integrity. The empowered individual makes decisions based on their own beliefs, not on what others think. Seek alignment with your true purpose, and everything else will fall into place.